guys, I'm Tim.
I'm Bob.
I'm Dan.
I'm Spencer.
And this is a board game rundown. Today we've got games we played, news, crowdfunding. I was trying to find like the good one for it, right? And then a top 5 that we think is kind of cool.
Yeah.
We'll get into that later though, but we're gonna keep that a secret. I know. Be afraid.
Hey guys, if you're not subscribed, please click subscribe below if you enjoy our videos. Like or dislike and ring that bell if you want future notifications of videos. It helps us, it helps you, it helps everyone. It literally helps people that don't even watch it. I don't know how, but
it makes the world a better place.
This makes me sick to my stomach, but Dan's 100% right.
Anyway, first things first.
Dan's a jerk. Games we played, right?
Second things second. Games we played.
Tim's correction section. Dan's wrong. Now we can move on.
Okay.
All right.
That's it. Just a blanket.
Just a blanket. Wrong.
Spencer's back.
I'm back.
Woo! Right on. Welcome back, Spencer. Good to have you, man.
Thank you.
Every game I played this week is a crossover, so.
Woo! All right.
Yeah, I played one game.
Just one?
Just the one. Well, yesterday I played a bunch of Magic yesterday.
Okay,
so,
cool. All right, Magic's fun.
Yeah, Magic's fun. But Friday night, got together with some people and we learned Galaxy Hunters.
We kind of learned.
I'm
pretty sure there's a lot of stuff we did wrong.
Yeah, well, at least for the first couple of turns it was wrong. But then once we realized, no, that's broke. That's a once per turn thing. We were letting Ben like spend ammo and keep adding dice. And we think it was just supposed to be a once per turn. You can add an ammo or subtract an ammo and roll an extra dice. Because we're like, oh, I got 5 dice, and he's like 10 dice. Like at the beginning of the game. Yeah, it was pretty broke.
I mean, I would have done it if you let me. Also, so why not?
But then after like 3 or 4 turns of that, we're like,
we
should only be doing that once.
So without like going into like a whole review, how was it?
I enjoyed it. It was not quite what I thought it would be.
Okay.
And I definitely want to play it again because like learning as we go, right?
Right, yeah.
And I do things differently. But yeah, so it's more worker placement than I thought it would be.
Okay.
But I mean, man, like getting to pick your mech and your merc and then certain abilities that will lock up with those and then customizing your mech with different loadouts and stuff like that. And that was fun. And then it was, we didn't shuffle the tiles very well.
Sure.
So we had a bunch of strong ones out of the beginning, and nobody was really like invading other planets. But then, like after we got through a couple, it was just like boom, 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 and like all the planets were full of invading.
Right on.
I literally saw it happen. I was like, "This is what I want the game to be." Right?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, I played with him, and I agree. It is not at all what I was expecting. From doing not much research on it a year ago.
Yeah.
You know, you see these mechs, you see this customization player board, and you think it's gonna feel skirmishy.
Correct.
And it's honestly a very basic worker placement game.
Yeah.
Like it has the fighting mechanics and the mech customization. But other than that, it is one of the most simple
go here, get
worker.
Yeah, go here, get these resources.
It's a bit fiddly too because there's literally like 12 resources in the game that you have to track.
Yeah,
I will
there's
say
a whole
4
board.
of them very rarely get adjusted though. So really there's like 8 resources you have to track, but still you have like this board and you're constantly dragging these resources up and down, and it's a bit fiddly, and it's a very basic worker placement game, neither of which I was expecting. I still enjoyed it, and I'm looking forward to playing again.
Yep.
Yes.
Good. Glad you're willing to play it again.
Yeah.
Right on. Spencer, you got anything?
Yeah, I got 2, kind of. So one of them is because I wasn't here last week. The week before, I played with these guys. Played on the Clocktower.
Oh, yeah.
Yep, talked about it last week.
I know you guys talked about it last week. I saw. I just want to say I was actually there.
Let's hear your experience.
It was amazing.
Good. I'm glad. I wasn't expecting that word. I'm very glad.
Oh, I loved it. Well, I was the imp. So I was the minion to the big bad guy.
Yep.
And I realized pretty early on that I needed everyone to try to hate me so they wouldn't be looking at the big bad guy.
From the other guy.
Sure, but you don't want that to happen too early, right? Because if it happens too early and they kill you, then they know, oh, he was clearly
trying
not
to
the main
No,
bad
this
guy,
is
right?
true. But there was this mechanic where someone doesn't know what they are, the drunk. And let me tell you, that is so perfect because I wasn't certain who the drunk was, but I knew no one else knew either. So I was trying to make other people think that this person was drunk and that person was drunk.
Oh, sure.
It was beautiful.
Just spreading
crazy
false
chaos.
Misinformation.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
No, it was
Jeff hates me because I told him on the first turn exactly who I was.
Jeff and Spencer
it didn't
had
matter.
a very weird interaction.
It did.
I don't know what happened there. And for the rest of the game, your move was so stupid.
I know.
For the rest of the game, Jeff was like, I don't know what's happening. like, it blew his mind.
So it was so stupid, it was brilliant.
Yeah,
Exactly.
I
Yeah,
guess.
that's funny.
But
so anyway, it was fun, and I think we're going to play it again tonight. So I look forward to it.
Hopefully it all comes together tonight.
Hopefully I don't get killed in the first round. But
you're going down.
I probably will be because
no one trusts you now.
Exactly, because I was the imp last round. Actually, I wasn't the imp. I was poisoner, which is a cool role. It means I can make certain that someone, well, I have a chance of making certain that someone else's ability goes awry.
Yeah.
Not necessarily.
Well, it depends. Their ability will definitely not work. Their information might be wrong.
Yeah.
That's how it works.
Yeah, and it worked to wonderful effect. We had some good coincidences several times in the game, and no one suspected who the actual
if I was poisoned,
demon was.
Would I know that I was poisoned?
No, you would never know.
You'd never
I would
know.
just tell you something that's a lie or truth, right? But I would just tell you something.
And if I was trying to fire off an ability, you would just say okay.
Yeah, I would just say okay.
And then if it doesn't work, if there's a way, depending on the role, you might know that it didn't work.
Correct. You might figure that out. Like the example I always give is like the Slayer, right? The Slayer just says, I'm the Slayer, I choose to shoot Tim, right? If you're the imp, you die, game's over. If he's poisoned or drunk, I would just say, okay, you fire your Slayer shot, and nothing happens. That could mean you're not the demon. That could mean he's drunk or poisoned. That could mean he's not the Slayer, and he's lying about being the Slayer. Like, it could mean all these different things, right?
And then did the imp know who the demon was?
Yeah, so the minion knows who
he knows who the minion is, but not which minion he is. So they need to talk, right? So Spencer needs to go to Greg and say, "Hey, I'm the poisoner," and then Greg can take advantage of that information.
And so,
got you. But you knew that Greg was your boss.
Well, I told him Greg was his boss. He heard something.
He heard Jeff.
I heard Jeff.
Amazing.
Wow.
You know what? Let's consult the tape.
Yeah,
it's on tape.
Yep, our playthrough's on our channel right there. Fully, mostly unedited. We edited out most of the swear words. I missed a couple, I believe. I'm sorry. And there's a couple minutes of like dead time that were edited out. But for the most, whatever. It's mostly unedited, unabridged. You know,
you're allowed one F-bomb.
Yeah, you get one.
Okay, so
right on.
That one, I also got a chance to play the Castles of Mad King Ludwig.
Yeah, right on.
How many did you play with?
Just 2.
Okay.
I played with Caleb, and it's a longer game than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah,
and
it's not near as quick.
No, it's not nearly as quick.
Between two castles.
It is, even 2.
Yeah, not even comparable.
And actually, I think we may have accidentally broken it a little bit because you don't.
Sorry about
break it, you buy it.
You don't have to buy any of the tiles on a turn. You cannot buy a tile and get 5,000.
Correct. You get paid instead.
You get paid instead, but it doesn't get rid of any of the tiles, and so they will just get rearranged every round. So all you have to do, and we both figured this out, is never buy something on your opponent's turn because you're paying him, and then rearrange things so he can't buy the thing he wants without paying you a bunch. And it slowed the game down so much.
So what you're saying is you guys are such try-hards that you slowed the game. That's what I'm hearing.
That's fair. That's fair.
It was a fun game.
It is a fine game. I prefer the between two castles.
I agree. I prefer the between two castles.
Sure.
And I would play it again, but I don't think I want to add it to my collection.
Sure. Yeah, that's fine.
I also will say I've only ever played it like 4 players, and I've never had that issue of no one.
No, I
buying
think
with 4 players you can't do that.
Exactly.
With more players it's not going to happen.
Yeah, that's just something with the way that mechanic works with 2 people. You can kind of keep them
metagame it a little bit. Yeah, sure. Bob, you had magic in that.
Yeah.
Okay, so Dan and I, we got some crossover because we got some stuff played. What do you want to start with?
Just do it in order.
Okay, Aliens, Another Glorious Day in the Core. That was the first one we did, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I had that set up when you came over. Yep. Oh, man, guys, we got a review that will be coming up soon.
Mm-hmm.
It is an experience. It is a real thematic, brutal experience. Rulebook leaves a little to be desired, but I think if you've got a good group of people, it's a really fun, tough co-op, especially if everybody likes the movie.
Right.
If you like the movie Aliens, you're probably going to enjoy playing the game. It's really hard. It's really gruesome.
Sure, and it's much cheaper than Nemesis.
It's much cheaper and easier to get.
So there's that, too.
And there's a lot of replayability in the box. I don't even think I said that in the review, but because of all the different kinds of missions you can do, there's a ton of replayability.
Yeah, some of those things you guys are talking about, you're able to do, like the way that the campaign kind of works, and depending on how you're doing, you can kind of do like you said, side quests.
Yeah.
And go and do those missions. That's super cool.
It's so cool that you can just go and do a supply run.
Yeah.
Like we finished this mission, we need more cars.
Stuff.
We need more supplies, so we're going to go do a supply run. Or we need to go rescue the characters that got kidnapped, abducted by the aliens.
Yeah.
There is a part of me that, like, after playing it and after seeing it, especially, I was like, oh, it only comes with this many tiles? Like, I thought there was going to be more.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It doesn't seem like it's going to be a problem. Well, we'll just have to see after playing
Yeah,
more.
we'll play a bunch more.
If the rooms feel too repetitive or if totally not, because you're constantly changing from mission to mission and the tiles will be changing.
And there's
different location.
And you can flip them upside down,
over,
and different things. But we had this crazy experience that felt like right out of the movies. We're so close to escaping. And we drew a motion tracker card, and that tells you where your guys are going to spawn. And it was literally like the player who drew this card put a tunnel token next to them and spawn X amount of blips, which are Xenos, out of that tunnel token. So we're just trying to get Newt out of Hadley's Hope. That's like all we've got to do. We're 4 spaces away. We've got Newt like surrounded in kind of like an L shape, right? And then all of these critters come out of this tunnel and surround
right in front of you by the exit.
The one character we need to survive.
Right.
It was horrible and amazing at the same time. It was so hilarious.
Yeah.
So
super thematic.
Aliens.
The thematic natures, it's so high.
And then we played Decktective.
Oh yeah, was that second?
I think it was second.
It doesn't really
Maybe
matter.
it was second. I don't remember. So Decktective is a small box game from DV Giacchi. And it is like similar to Deckscape, but not.
Yep.
And we had an awesome experience with it. You're building the crime scene using the box and the cards, and then you are deciding. You got some cards in your hand, and you are deciding what information you think is valuable, and you're going to play face up, and which things you're going to archive, which will allow you to play more cards later on.
And that's the second one of those little box games that we've played. And they've both been pretty cool.
Yeah,
exactly.
The Deckscape one we played was really solid, and I think Decktective was even better.
Yeah, I like the system of Decktective more, but I enjoyed both. I just love that deduction, discard, and the fact that you have to discard cards, which makes the timeline fit, which is incredible already.
Yeah.
But then also, you can discard cards and just remember what you saw, because just in case it is useful later, you can be like, oh, wait, now that we have all these clues, like at the end of the game when you can talk openly about the cards, because you can't until then, but at the end of the game, right before you decide what you think happened, you can be like, wait, now that we have all these clues on the table, I did see a card that talked about this earlier, but it wasn't important then. Now I see why it's important.
Yep.
Here's that information. Like, this cool systems.
It is wild.
Cool.
It was really wild. Then we played
Lords of Vegas.
Lords of Vegas. Yep. I love Lords of Vegas.
I know.
So much. This clown here was doing really well and actually having a good time. Don't let him fool you.
This game sucks.
No, I'm serious. Even it's a game. It's the exact same as Quacks of Quedlinburg. If I win,
yeah, because all those.
What I'm saying is, if I win, I don't care. I don't feel good. It's just luck. Like I just congratulations.
It's luck.
not
There's
all luck.
strategy.
There
Of
is
course,
some
it's not
strategy.
all luck. All luck would be pick a number from 1 to 10, Bob. You won. Like that.
Sweet. That sounds like a great game.
Of course, there's not.
What's the
pure
MSRP
luck.
on that?
Yeah.
Like 50 bucks?
Yeah. What do you want to pay me? I'll take it.
Yeah.
But yeah, the game, it was just so fine. That's
So
the
look,
word I would
Lords
use,
of Vegas
right?
is a classic evergreen game, and there's a reason why it is so hard to get it, right now. You are building. You're drawing cards. You're constantly getting money, which is good, right? And then you're drawing cards that'll tell you which casinos are going to give you money. Then you use those to build more casinos. And I love the press your luck aspect of
Yeah, because you're placing your roll dice and you place them in there, and then whoever has the highest value controls
it. But you can always reorganize it
Right.
and pay $1
Force a
for each
reroll.
pip. I mean, how many times when
Back
we
and
played,
forth
when I
so
had
many
just
times.
one die and you and John had like 3 dice each, and so I'm rolling my one die and I kept rolling like 5s and 6s and still being in charge of the casino, even though I only had one die.
Like, all right, I'm paying again. We're rolling again.
And we had several times last night where it's like you go to reorganize over and over. Like I didn't get it. Well, I'm just going to keep throwing money at it because I need it.
Right.
I need it. And it really came down to a very tight game at the end. It is so much fun.
It's a very good game.
Really like the strategy. I love the press your luck. Like that's just an aspect of board games that I like.
Any kind of die rolling, you're gonna have luck.
When you've got like the actual press your luck mechanic, I can dig it. Like I'm really in there for it.
I don't remember what was last.
I do. Well, I think Decktective might have been
That's
last.
not what I
but
mean.
before
Sorry.
that. Okay.
I have it written.
I got our last one right here. One of the last ones we played was Judge Dredd, Helter Skelter.
Oh, you guys check
by
it out.
Osprey Games. This is basically Wildlands.
Yep.
Same rules as Wildlands
Different skin.
with a different skin. but 4 unique factions. So none of the factions I felt like in this played like the factions in Wildlands.
Oh, okay.
So they're different enough.
Nice.
You could take both those games and throw them in one box, and then you've got 8 factions to pick from.
Did you play 4 people?
We played 4 people.
Nice.
And Daniel. We had Pete and Danielle and Dan and I. And oh my God, I love that game so much. It's Wildlands. It's the Wildlands theme. I had a group of characters that I have never heard of that are from that comic universe.
Okay.
But it's basically like the reality is kind of fractured, and so these different factions are coming into Champion City. Is it Champion City? Metro City, whatever the main city is from Judge Dredd.
To the city.
Yeah. I don't remember.
But, so the judges are going around trying to maintain order while everybody else is trying to get their reality fragments. So it's the equivalent of picking your crystals. Mega City. So you're trying to get your crystals. Or you're that's what it is in Wildlands.
Sure.
And in this, you're trying to get your fragments.
All right. Different name, same thing.
Right, but it's the same thing. It's first to 5 points.
Okay.
You discard 3 cards of one type, right? Of one character type. Of that character or a dead character to pick up that fragment.
Yep.
You play cards with that character's thing to move, so on and so forth. All the rules are exactly the same, with a couple of unique abilities sprinkled in here and there.
I'm glad that they're different factions, and you think they'll still work if you combine one of those factions with the other game?
Oh yeah, I do. I had this dude, so I only had 4 instead of 5 characters in my faction. But I had 5 models. So I had this one dude where every time he deals damage to somebody, he gets a little warp stone on him. So I put that on him, and then if I ever have more warp cubes than I do health, or equal to or greater than, I transform into this big barbarian where all of my hits now count as 2.
Nice.
And the model's awesome, right? They come pre-shaded. Look really good. I freaking love Wildlands. I love Judge Dredd.
Right.
I mean, they're like this for me.
Have you played Wildlands before, Dan?
Once, and I found it forgettable. Right, but it's not like I hated it. I just don't remember.
Yeah. What'd you feel about the same thing?
It was
kind
of forgettable. It's not a bad game by any means. The systems are cool. That little incredible grid that tells you what your decks are made out of and what characters can do what. Right, that can make some intense planning and stuff. I'm never going to play a game like that and be like, okay, I'm going to use this gun now. That means I only have 7 guns left on this character. No way.
Yeah.
Am I putting that much thinking into it?
I don't do that either, but I do know, when you killed one of my characters, it's I don't have a guy that can heal anymore.
Sure.
Because I did have a healer dude.
But
I looked at the cross section,
looking for.
And he was the only one with that ability.
Yep.
It's okay, well, that's gone.
handy.
I don't know. It's I would play it again, I guess. It's just, by no means is it way up there on my loved games list or anything.
I love
the
way that you draft your starting locations.
That's a cool mechanic.
And you pick where everybody else is.
That's incredible. That was so annoying because I had the best setup
amazing
ever.
But annoying.
I don't know why, huh?
It was amazing but annoying.
Well, no, the system is amazing. It was annoying that I had the best setup ever. I literally, the spots that I chose to spawn my guys were adjacent to pretty much every spot I was given for my tokens. So I started next to everything. I just couldn't get the cards in my hand to do anything with it. They were just standing there pick it up. But yeah, that happens. I don't know. I find the systems clever, but
too restrictive,
forgettable. I don't know. I just don't care.
I don't know. There's nothing like it for me.
Sure.
But I like tactical skirmish games.
Definitely the minority, by a long shot.
Because I feel like it went over pretty well with the group,
I think so too. Yeah.
But right on. I think that's it.
That's
everything we played. So, all right, news.
I got a little bit of news I saw.
Let's hear it.
Asmodee Group acquired Plan B Games.
Yeah,
so they continue to...
Yep.
So that means Azul is going to get wider distribution now and stuff like that.
Not that it was super hard to find anyway.
No, but I think that they had there was some restrictions on Azul, retailers going out. I think you had to be with certain distribution groups to get it. So Asmodee now opens that wide open.
I have a little news as well.
Okay.
Cmon is announced what its next Kickstarter is going to be themed.
Zombicide! I'm just kidding.
X-Men.
Oh yeah.
This is the Marvel United thing.
Yeah. And then Czech Games announces a Lost Ruins of Arnak expansion.
Oh, I didn't hear about that yet.
And it's going to be coming out in the second quarter.
I hope they announce another printing of Lost Ruins of Arnak. So you
I
don't have to
know.
wait 12 months to get.
There'll probably be a stretch goal for get the original game, right?
Oh, I'm sure.
Oh, maybe. Yeah, I don't know if it's gonna be. Did they say it was gonna be a
Not a stretch
Kickstarter,
goal,
or they
but an
just say
add-on.
they just
Yeah,
announced?
probably.
I just assumed.
Did they announce it, or was it a Kickstarter?
Honestly.
No,
Do you know?
they've
Today's
announced
world.
it. I don't know if it's going to be Kickstarter
Okay.
or not.
I hope my
just know
3D
it's gonna
printed
drop in the
insert
second
still
quarter.
works with the expansion.
Just to
Yeah,
go,
well,
just to go slightly more in depth on the Marvel United, kind of popular game right now, kind of mass market. People seem to be enjoying it, but yeah, it's getting like an X-Men add-on expansion thing.
right.
So, I
So
know
it's mostly
Wolverine,
Avengers and
Professor
stuff right now.
X. Yeah, exactly. The Avengers from the movies mainly, right? Because hop on that popular train. But yeah, so now they're getting the X-Men in there, which I think people are going to be happy about.
Maybe that's called a money train.
Yeah.
It is a money train. I don't know. I think in theory this game sounds interesting to me. I haven't played it, but I'm probably not going to jump
I've
out.
thought about picking it multiple
Correct.
times because I've seen a playthrough, and it just seems like a nice, relaxing co-op with a fun theme.
Yeah, but it doesn't seem that hard.
Correct.
Yeah,
That's
but
the
sometimes fun co-ops are good.
That's the main reason I
hammer
haven't
out
picked it up
too.
is because it looks simple, right?
Sure.
Both in difficulty and in mechanics.
And I could find myself like playing this, like something like that with my kids.
Sure,
You know,
of
in a way,
course.
right? You
Yeah,
know?
I think honestly you should definitely pick it up for that reason. It
So-
seems great.
Yeah, it's a good idea. You should pick that up, Tim.
Yeah, that's funny.
The little bit of news I've got is that Druid City Games and Skybound Games announced that Tidal Blades 2 will be coming to Kickstarter in either September
nice.
or October.
Already. Okay.
They're going to have a second installment of the
play more
board
of
game
that.
and a role-playing game to go along in addition.
I did hear about the role-playing game.
So if you really like the art in the universe, that is something
Sure, so
to
you're
consider.
all playing as someone trying to win that championship or something.
well, there's
I
more
guess?
to the story than just the championship.
Well, sure.
Yeah. The
Championship is
role-playing game
supposed
is
to-
going to be
It's supposed to
Whatever it
determine
is.
who's going to be going into the
other
Other
realm,
realm.
to fight the
Yeah.
critters. It's like think Pacific Rim. You know, you're going to go through that rift to now stop the things from coming through.
coming in. Yeah.
I'd rather not think about Pacific Rim.
Listen, Pacific Rim is an amazing movie. Two-
Amazing.
2 maybe not so much. That's what I've got. Anybody got anything else?
No,
That's my
I just
news.
had the
Okay.
X-Men United.
Let's
thing.
go to crowdsourcing for
Yeah.
Let's go source some crowds, guys.
All right. So,
I've got no Kickstarter.
I
only
know
game
what you
found.
looked at.
Really?
did you see I just backed it?
No, I didn't, but I saw it and I was like, now I'm going to talk about that because Bob's going to talk about it.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited about it.
Okay.
What's that?
So it's a computer based on a computer game, PC game, Stellaris.
Yeah, that was mine.
Oh, okay. I've been
Infinite
hearing
Yeah,
about
Legacy.
that was mine.
Yep. So it's 2 to 4, 2 to 6 with the expansion, but this game looks amazing. There's a deluxe edition, right? And you're going to customize your empire, and it has like a drop-in, drop-out system. So you're going to have this little player screen, but then it's got places where cards will slide in for when you upgrade your stuff, and you have a tray bit,
Okay.
and then a bit tray, not a tray bit. It's all those backs full of knives to store all your stuff in there. And so, say you're like 4 games into this legacy, then somebody wants to drop out, they can drop out, and other people can drop in. And while you might be like a tier 4 because it's your 4th playthrough, and they're only tier 1, well, it's going to be easier for them at tier 1. They don't have to complete like 1 objective, where you still have to complete 4 objectives because your
Gotcha.
civilization's more advanced,
Nice.
right? And so their goal was to take a 4x game and to play it in less than 2 hours. So a lot of those,
yes,
take,
please.
yeah,
Sure.
And that's
I love 4X
yeah.
games, but it takes 4 times
four
the amount
times
of time to
4
play.
times the hours. Yeah,
That's what it means.
yeah. So they say infinite replayability, 2-hour games, 4x for everybody, immersive storytelling, the organizations with the trays.
Simultaneous play behind screens.
Yeah, simultaneous play behind screens. There's just so much. Like this game looks like it's ambitious. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, and if they pull it off, I think it could be really cool. And like I love that drop in, drop out because like how many legacy games have I started with other people that I'm like, okay, I'm like 2/3 the
Yeah.
way through.
Yeah.
I need people to just come and help me finish this out.
I've got
This
a
game we
Charterstone game that's been on like a 6-month pause where it's like,
Yeah.
man, can we just get back into it?
I
Right.
finally got my Charterstone, but like Scythe and
Right.
Aeon's
this
End
one-
and a bunch of other ones.
And this one's supposed to be really heavy on storytelling. So
Yeah, yep. Very, and so like, and the things that you do will have effects in the story, like when you obviously because it's legacy.
Right,
You know what I mean?
right.
But I like the idea that you're building this civilization, because a lot of times you play a 4X game and you're spending all this time like building up this thing, and then you're done, and then it's over.
Right.
Right. But now when you go back to play it, you're still where you left off at. You still have
Right
this
on.
civilization that you've been progressing. And you can play it with somebody who's got a new civilization because the end game is harder on the
Right, sure.
So yeah, I just think it's a really neat concept, and if they pull it off, like I think it'd be
Yeah,
be
that
pretty
sounds
cool.
really cool.
I also really like the shape of the modular boards. They're,
Yep.
they're this crazy
yeah,
spiral
and
thing.
and they're puzzly too, right?
Yeah,
so a lot of
yeah,
times you have like the pieces, the board shifts, moves, they interlock.
Interlock, so
They
you're not
really
gonna
interlock.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Um,
So
yeah,
yeah,
I think you have till April 5th
Yeah,
to
so
back
it's
it.
21 days today. So this comes out. You'll have about April 25th.
And
April 5th.
it's supposed
April
to
5th.
come out April of next year.
Yeah,
Right on.
Yeah, so it'll be a while, but hopefully
Yeah.
we're gonna get an unboxing video for you.
Oh, also, if you want to get all the stretch goals, you have to go for the deluxe edition. The normal 110 doesn't include any of the stretch goals.
Huh.
Weird.
Yeah.
That's a lot for
That's
no
a
stretch
decision.
goals.
Well, 170.
Well, you can add. I think you can add on.
You can probably add them on.
Yeah, you can add them on.
But it's 170 if you get the deluxe. That comes with the Empire's
Upgraded
expansion, upgraded bits, and everything.
yeah.
Right on.
So I was just gonna jut in and say, while I knew someone was gonna talk about this game, this is not the game.
Oh,
that I thought
okay.
you were gonna talk about. There was a game I saw on Kickstarter called Monuments.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. That's what I thought you were gonna talk
Oh,
about.
the heavy sigh.
Yeah.
The deep breath.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I thought Monuments looked cool.
It did. It
Very
was-
close to funding, but
Yeah.
anyway, I we'll probably talk about that at some point.
I do have one more.
Yeah, lay it on us.
This one actually will come out to Kickstarter on the 16th, so about when this drops.
Yep.
It's called Mage Noir. It's actually a card game that was supposed to be like Magic the Gathering, but they didn't like that people can get mana screwed and it's also creature heavy.
Okay.
So the mana is now a separate deck. And as you spend mana, it gets spent to your opponent. So now you do a big spell, your opponent now has enough mana to do big spells right back at you.
Interesting.
Nice.
Yeah.
I do like having your mana in a separate pool to draw from. That's kind of handy.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's also really gorgeous art. And you don't just have a spell, you're crafting your own spells using components.
Okay.
So, I don't know. It looks pretty cool.
Pair of Newt.
You mean like
Wing of Bat.
Alchemist style of?
I'm not
crafting?
entirely certain. But
That's interesting.
yeah. They are components. You can use a spell as a spell, or you can use it as components for other spells.
Right. Combine them together. Cool.
Yeah.
I can dig it.
Yeah, I'm gonna look this up.
Look it out
I
when it
haven't
comes
seen
out.
this.
See if you see
So-
some more on it.
If you see this when you've subscribed like a smart person and rung the bell,
Oh,
then
whoa,
you
whoa,
might be able to
whoa.
get into the early bird.
The opinions of Spencer are not necessarily the opinions. of
Hey, I only said they were smart. I didn't make any insinuations about otherwise.
Yeah.
That's funny.
So $40 for the early bird, $45 if not. And there are 2 expansions you can also get. So now I don't know if you need to have 2 copies of it to play like in Magic, or if 1 copy will be enough for
sure.
2
Wait, how many
players.
copies it supports?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds
But that's
cool.
it.
Yeah. interesting.
$76 for everything.
Yeah.
That you have till the 6th. It starts on the 16th, and I think it said 30 days, but I'm not certain.
Sure. Well, still probably plenty of time.
Yeah.
So,
Excellent.
Dan, you got one?
I don't have much information on this. I'm just gonna talk about it because it's a game I've always been interested in. So Heroes of Normandy is back on Kickstarter.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Heroes of Normandy Big Red 1 edition.
Yeah.
So it's a 2-player versus game.
I think I did see that one too.
And you're playing different sides of the war, right? And I believe this is the one, right? Again, I didn't look this up. I just seen so much about it. The original Heroes of Normandy. This is the one where the American team, whatever, right, is it's like stealth, right? Aren't you like sneaking around and trying to
I
complete your
believe so,
objectives?
yes.
Yeah. So it's a grid board. You're sneaking around, completing objectives. The other team are trying to obviously stop you and shoot you and all that kind of stuff. But it's $42, and like I said, I don't know much about it. I just saw it was on Kickstarter, and I was just excited that while I will probably miss it again, I at least have a second chance to do a bunch of research on Heroes of Normandy again and see what's up with this game, because it's a theme that's interesting. This is the one too.
Yeah, I saw that.
Well, I was gonna say Heroes of Normandy, the original, I think, right, is the one that has the expansion where it becomes a game that's World War II and Cthulhu mixed together. I believe that's
Really?
I think Heroes of Normandy is the game that has that expansion that
Well,
makes
I
it
didn't know that.
makes it Cthulhu kind
Man,
of.
that's now I
think
really
so.
gotta check that out.
But yeah, I don't. I might be
Ah,
thinking of a
what?
different game, but I think it is.
that's funny.
Yeah. Anyway, Heroes of Normandy Big Red 1 edition. Call of Duty Big Red 1. That was a video game. Just saying that randomly.
Words.
Okay.
Words.
All right.
Are,
right.
are
All right,
you
Bo.
are you back in this one?
No, I just thought it was funny because that's why I thought I'd show it to you.
Yeah, no. So Bob just sent me a link to one called CULTivate.
Yeah.
I'm,
Cult.
Colt.
All in
It
I
is.
was. I'm following this one. I was gonna
Yeah.
talk
All
about
in
it
caps.
eventually.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I won't steal that thunder because I'll talk about the ones that I was going to talk about. But thank you,
You're
because that
welcome.
looks really neat.
I know.
I'm gonna have to,
We like Colts.
I'm putting eyes on
That's
that.
such a
Yeah.
team art style too.
But I'm
Yeah.
going over to GameFound because we
Okay.
love GameFound.
Yeah.
We do.
Super cool. I'm going to talk about real quick. We've talked about it a bunch before, but the Petersen games, 4 different
packs.
games.
Yep.
So you can get, I want to say, I could get down here fast enough. Basically, the games have different prices. So Invasion of the Brood is one of them. It's asymmetric 2-player game about the conquest of planet Earth. So humans are basically versus aliens. $25. There's Potions and Profits, $25. It's a bidding, bluffing, auction-based game. Then there's Marry the Monster, which I think sounds hilarious, right? So you're trying to get this monster to attack other people's stuff. So 3 to 5 player game where you build structures and then you're trying to get the monster to go and knock down the other people's stuff, structures. That's $40. And then there's Evacuate. It's a competitive community deck building game, which sounds really interesting to me, where you use social deduction and you're trying to outwit everybody and then evacuate the survivors. So almost Downfall of Pompeii, right? Because you're trying to get the most survivors out. $40. Or you can get them all for $89, which is not a bad deal. The cool thing about this is they're all going to ship in like April or May.
Okay.
So
pretty much ready to go. Nice. They've been producing them already.
Yeah. So these games are made. It's already past its funding goal. So the games are out there. You can get on GameFound and find the rule books and everything on there. There's videos, tons of stuff.
But it's in a PDF, and I don't think you can do anything with PDFs.
Yeah, it's true. You'll figure it. You're like, what does that even stand?
It's not even a word.
That's the sound I make when I hear you even talk about a PDF.
Yeah.
The P is silent.
But I like Petersen games as a rule. Like for the most part, like I've had very good experiences with most of their games and have a good time with the ones I do play. The unique one that I did want to talk about was Knockdown. Have you guys seen Knockdown on GameFound? So it's technically like a late pledge. Now you can get in.
I already backed it.
Did you really?
Yes.
Did you get everything?
No, I only did the base. I didn't do the whole thing.
Okay, so the core pledge is $30.49.
Yeah.
Comes with.
Oh, I see. I see why you got it.
Yeah,
it comes with something called Nemesis.
So yeah, it comes with characters from Nemesis, and it comes with characters from their game Siege Storm. Now the box opens up.
Oh,
and
I have
makes,
seen this one.
Makes like the board, and then it plays like a fighting game.
Okay.
Like a side scrolling fighting game where you're like old Street Fighter. Right? They have a Tainted Grail expansion.
Yeah, that's why I almost got the expansion.
So also $30. It's like it looks like it could almost be its own game, right?
Yeah.
So you get 3 characters from that.
Yeah.
Then there is what I love, the Penguin for $7.32. Chili the business penguin, and he's a character you can use to fight.
In Nemesis?
In Knockdown.
Oh, Knockdown. Oh, okay.
Yeah, these are all. So they're kind of doing like Marvel
Crossover.
Capcom idea here, where it's a side scroll fighting game, and it's like, oh, you want to play as one of the intruders from Nemesis?
So they're taking their game IPs.
Nice.
They're taking Awakened Realms game IPs and throwing characters in.
And smash up.
Yeah.
Like
and we're just gonna fight.
Yeah.
We're just gonna fight.
I think I'm not certain if this is the first, but it's one of the first that's dropping from Awakened Realms Light.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah, this is from their new Awakened Realms Light division.
But again, like for $30, and it looks like it's got some pretty awesome minis in there, right? It's Awakened Realms quality.
Exactly.
It's
I was
good,
tempted to go for the full thing.
I
still am tempted to go for the third
Why
thing.
just back something else? Somebody has to back that.
I kind of want to go all in on
there you go.
this one.
Tim's got it. Everybody heard it.
Because they've also got Cleto from Lords of Hellas.
Yes, you get the Lords of Hellas one too.
So I mean,
just a
that's
genius idea.
Yeah.
It is. It really
it's
is.
super cool. It's super cool.
Because they know people like me will just throw money at them.
Yeah, what's Awakened Realms? They deserve to have money thrown at them.
And I guess I'll mention while we're on GameFound, I am super excited for the Robinson Crusoe Deluxe.
Oh yeah.
It's like I know we've talked about it already, but in the past, but like I just want to mention it again. I'm so excited. I need to do research on it before I back it because, like I mentioned, because it comes with like minis now, right?
Yes.
But like, how does that work with your workers? Because the whole point in the game is your workers stack on top of each other, right? You have 2 workers that stack on top of each other. So how does that work with a mini, right? So I got to do some research on how exactly this mechanic works here, but I'm still... So this might be a game I actually spend a bunch of money on.
Yeah.
Like here,
I mean,
I love Robinson Crusoe. Robinson Crusoe
then
is
I wanna play
one of the
with
most
you when you
difficult
get it.
co-ops out there, and it has super interesting, unique mechanics for just a worker placement game.
It's not up yet. I was looking to see if I could find some stuff.
Yeah,
on it, but it's
coming
not up
soon.
yet.
So we talk about GameFound and how you have to go online and go to their actual website to do it. We talk about how they need to come out with an app. It would be helpful.
Yeah.
In
Still waiting
the
for that.
meantime, Kickstarter keeps improving their app. Like
Sure.
I like literally just backed this game like a little bit ago, and normally like you back a game and then it says, oh, if you want to do this, just add so much to your pledge to add it on later, or you can do it in the pledge manager. Now it's like when you go to pledge, they said, would you like to add these add-ons? And you can like do all that stuff like in the app right away, so it kind of gets that out of the way.
You don't have to do the
so
math
you don't have to,
and just hope you got it right.
Now if it can just kind of work the shipping in there too, because I hate like, oh, I'm gonna fill my pledge manager. Oh wait, now I gotta go find my credit card so I can pay my $10 in shipping or whatever. Just give me a shipping estimate so I can pay it ahead of time.
I told my wife I wasn't going to be spending in more money, but $30 in shipping.
Yeah, but now, 3 months later, why are you spending this?
But I think it was a neat little add-on that Kickstarter app is now starting to do the add-ons.
Yeah, that's cool.
When you pledge.
Yeah.
Plus, it does help the funding goal. Then makes it easier.
It does. It does.
So
all right, is that all of our crowdsourcing?
That is all my crowdsourcing.
Okay, so on to our top 5. This top 5, I believe, was suggested by
It was, and I was a little hesitant, but then like I started doing like, wait, this is actually really cool.
So our top 5 is I said top 5 board game themes or countries,
board games we'd like to visit.
We'd like to visit.
Yeah, just put us up.
No, here's the problem. I think Spencer and I are gonna say the same thing.
What?
I'm a coward.
There's an inherent built-in contention
Oh.
in most board games. Like, I love Nemesis. There's no way in hell I want to be on that ship.
I'm going to tell you right now, that's not on my list. I would love to be on that ship. I would love it. Oh, I could die of old age on Earth, or I could get
eaten by a first.
Yeah, I'll go like that.
Yeah, right. I second that. I want Dan to be on that ship. Because he gonna die.
I'm telling you, that's why this is the easiest list in the world. I was basically just allowed to pick my favorite games because I don't care. I don't care. I'll live in any of these worlds. I just don't care.
We're gonna go back to our top 10 and double check to make certain you got them in the right order.
So I will say too, a little thing I did. This was just me. This was not talked about, but a little thing I did made my list a little different. Is I'm saying I'm going into this world. That means this is a fantasy world, right? There's crazy stuff. I am taking on the abilities of these characters.
That's what I assume too.
Yeah,
I am
be somebody in this.
Yeah,
To
exactly.
be someone in the world.
Again,
not just
why I'm not going to Nemesis.
Yeah.
Oh, I'd love it.
Okay.
Unless I was a queen.
That'd be so cool, man.
You are a queen.
You are
queen.
I set myself up for that.
Anyway, yeah.
You left that door wide open.
I literally had a guy at work say, "I'm the matriarch around here," and I was like, "Okay."
That's cool.
All right.
Live how you want to live, baby.
Yeah. So I tried to.
One.
My
Five.
Number 5. So my number 5.
First pick.
I tried to steer away from just saying like IPs, right? Because there's a lot of like awesome IPs that I would want to.
I did the same thing.
However, for my number 5, I did pick one. Star Wars. And I went ahead and said with Imperial Assault because then I have a much wider option to be a different type of character with different abilities.
Be in a ship though.
Yeah. I mean, you're halfway to being
I know.
a Wookiee.
I would
so
pick
I can't do it, but I'm not very good with the Wookiee
I'd
voice.
pick X-Wing all the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to be a pilot.
I don't
cool
want
too.
I love Star Wars. I don't want to go there because I don't want to die.
Yeah. Well, I could be a Jedi.
Listen to this guy. He's like, I'd like to go to Viticulture.
But that's yeah, exactly. It's probably on his list too.
Number 5 for me is Viticulture.
Bob, there's gonna be a lot of simulators here.
Yeah.
A lot of simulators here.
Viticulture. It is funny.
Listen, just because we're cultured.
That's what you want to call it. Cultured.
I said I was a coward right off the bat.
Yeah.
I also want to say
Careful, there's a lot of cheese there. You might get backed up.
I know.
I also want
Gary.
to. I want to say, we have been in lockdown for a year. Mm-hmm. Yes, I want to go somewhere where I can have a bunch of wine.
Sure. Okay, so Star Wars.
Yeah, you continue.
Yeah, Star Wars, Imperial Assault. I think that would be a lot of fun. And I do agree. While piloting some of those starships would be pretty badass. I'm gonna stick with Imperial Assault because there's such a wide range of characters that you could be.
No, yeah, totally true.
Yeah.
Totally true. Star Wars is so close to be on my list. It's probably 6. I could swap out one of these with Star Wars.
Very
and be
easily.
So happy.
Yeah. Be like, okay, fine.
Like, as a matter of fact, you're gonna hear my 5 and be like, why didn't you do Star Wars? But I don't know.
Yeah. Okay.
All right,
So yes,
Spencer.
my number 5 is Viticulture.
That
on.
is funny.
Oh, that's a great pick.
Yep.
Yeah, what's your number 5?
Yeah, I mean, actually, it just seems like a nice go out into the countryside where they're doing wine
Step on some grapes.
step on some grapes and
You can do
taste
that
wine.
in real life.
Okay. So
I don't know. I just wanted to say that.
Yeah. Okay.
I support
Sure,
that.
we'll
I
allow
support that decision.
It's probably because on your list.
Because here's the other thing: is it's not just going to like wine country; it's going to Italy.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
It is the beautiful.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
You're going to another country. You're like
And you're doing manual labor. That sounds like a great vacation.
No. I want to be the
Bob.
Yeah.
The snob.
You are an expert in the culinary arts.
Yes.
Do you not enjoy cooking?
I do.
The process?
Sure. Doesn't mean I want to make grapes.
If I was going to be a character, I'm not going to be the guy.
Yeah,
I'm one of the
customer.
I'm
one
one
of the cards. I'm going to be the tester.
okay.
Yeah. I'm one of the tourists.
I don't play that game, so I don't even know this.
We talked about this. Never high five in front of me. That's better.
Okay, Dan, what's your number 5?
So my number 5, ready for just a really weird pick, guys? I love this viticulture here. Ready for the weirdest pick? I love snow and winter, right? And I love
Arctic Scavengers.
post-apocalyptic.
Yeah.
Game of Thrones.
Dead of Winter?
I would, in a heartbeat, go live in the Arctic Scavenger universe. In a heartbeat. I would love that.
It's cold.
Yeah, I love it. I love cold.
I spend my day job primarily outside.
Surviving.
Nope.
Like, I love that, like, we need to survive kind of thing. Like, I'm telling you, I know Katie is going to be like, oh, Dan and Bob are so uncultured, and Tim and Spencer are amazing in this episode.
Hey, I've got a buttload of culture coming up. Okay?
Culture and buttload.
Perfect. I'm telling you, you're gonna see with my list. This is number 5. You know, I'm weird, man, but part of it, right? And Tim kind of talked about this too, but like, it's the reason I've always wanted to be an actor, right? Is because you explore those things. Like, I don't want to necessarily be in the military, but I'd love to see what it would be like to go through that training.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't necessarily want to be a cop.
Yeah, you don't want to sign up to go overseas and
Yeah. I don't necessarily want to be a cop, but I would love to play one, and you have to do that research and see what they actually have to do, you know, and that's why I would love to join these worlds and see what is this life like, you know, and
Terrible.
especially because it's visit, right? So I go in this world, I live as one of these characters for a year or something.
If
I don't
you
even care,
survive.
right? Totally okay with that sentence. Totally okay with that sentence.
I guess I am too.
What happened? What happened to Dan? Oh, he teleported to a different dimension, tried living in a post-apocalyptic world, scavenged a bunch, and then died to a horde of
dysentery,
bad guys or something. Yeah. You know what? He lived a good life.
Yeah.
That's a good time.
I'll live a long life and play a bunch of board games and be real happy.
Sure.
Walking around Napa
Drinking
Valley
wine.
or whatever.
Yeah.
Sure, but anyway, weird choice.
Nice.
Number 5,
That is a weird
Arctic
choice.
Scavengers.
Yeah.
My number 5, I'm going to visit the Taverns of Tiefenthal and drink some mead. I'm going to drink some beer.
Yeah.
I'm going to do some shots of schnapps. I'm going to have a good time. I'm a party guy,
Very
man.
similar choices, Mr. Alcoholic.
I want to get some wine. I'm going to get some beer.
Yeah. Check out that barmaid. See what she's up to.
Yeah, right? You're more along the dishwasher lines.
Yeah, probably. I'll be hanging out with a dog sitting at the not noble table, right? Because all the nobles are going to sit
Exactly.
together.
They'll be staring at you.
Yeah. No, that's fine. Taverns, man. It feels like the ambiance, even on the game board, right?
Yeah.
It just feels like a nice, warm, comfortable place to sit.
They have
hang
like
out,
jugglers and fire breathers.
Yeah.
I looked at this in my collection. I was like, I almost put it. I was like, that would be a nice one, and boring. And then I moved on. I also don't drink, so kind of pointless.
Oh, yeah.
It's fine.
Yeah, that's true.
It's fine.
So my number 4, I'd say it's probably my most boring,
Okay.
but it would be really, really nice. Hawaii by Z-Man Games.
I didn't even
there
know
you
that was the thing. I do.
I do. I really want to go on vacation.
He's like Adam Sandler making a movie. Oh, no, it's in Hawaii just because he wants to take
Yeah, we're
all
gonna
of his
film on
friends
location.
to go to Hawaii.
That's funny.
and do a thing.
But you're managing your surfers and you're managing your cookouts and everything else.
I
and
support that.
That sounds like a good time to me.
Okay.
I support
Yeah,
that.
I didn't even know that was the thing.
Yeah.
I support that.
And now you
While
do.
Dan picks hellish landscapes.
Yeah.
We're like
He's like bundled up against the cold and kicking through the snow looking for
we're
a shovel.
drinking our wine.
aliens are jumping out
That
of his
is
face.
living.
Grass skirts.
You ain't living if you're not almost dying.
Almost dying from liver failure.
You can have it.
I'm gonna try to not die from cirrhosis of the liver.
Yeah.
All right. So I actually did go for a more dangerous one for my number 4.
I like it.
I just chose Gloomhaven
There
because
you go.
to be able to get those powers and go in and actually change the world, which unlike in our real world, you can't do anything to change it.
Sure. That's why Dan is constantly teleporting to other universes.
Exactly.
Or dying.
And he thinks Arctic Scavengers is a step
Dude,
up.
that'd be the life. Think of it like Quantum Leap, but you go to different universes, live, then die, and then you get to come back to yours. You're like, so that's what that was like.
Yeah.
Hey,
What?
board game idea.
Edge of Tomorrow, right?
Yeah.
Sure, yeah,
Ish.
but like different universes, yeah.
So yeah,
Edge of
Gloomhaven.
Quantum.
If you haven't played it,
Yeah.
you're missing out.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Good game.
I thought about Jaws of the Lion.
It's a cool
I did.
universe.
Yeah.
It is a cool
I
universe.
just
There's a lot
don't-
of-
I don't know. I don't know the
There's
universe
a lot of
well enough, I
story
guess.
to it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
All right, Dan.
yeah.
Yep, your turn.
Number 4.
Which one should I do next, boys? I just got a list of games
Oh, it's
here.
a list. That's why they should be in order.
Oh,
Yeah, I know.
what?
We
Okay, I have 5.
Talk to you
now.
about how
I think next I'll do
the bloody inn. I want to go stay in the inn and maybe I'll get
the Red
murdered.
Death.
No, this is honestly a bit boring, I guess, but this one's just basically this is just saying I was born in the wrong generation, right? Is this kind of pick? I just wrote down Shadow Network. I want to be a spy.
Oh, sure.
I want to be doing all that stuff, the espionage. That dude, I love that.
See,
I used to make like short films, as a kid, of course, like a lot of people did, and we just like go to the surplus store, pick up trench coats and crappy fedoras, and we just film noir-y kind of stuff and everything. Yeah, like love that era. Love that the world and the aesthetics of everything.
Yeah.
I love it. So I just picked any. I almost just said Pandemic Legacy Season 0, and I was like, I'll say Shadow Network instead, But yeah, I love that spy espionage mixed with the Cold War era, like just all that stuff. I love it.
Secret Agent Man. All right, my number 4
Secret Agent Dan.
could be dangerous.
Wow, that's good.
Quantum.
I haven't played it. Okay.
Oh, Quantum. So the awesome thing about Quantum is it's this universe where your ships can evolve and morph and change into different things. Your mothership can all of a sudden turn from a 6. So the die value, it's 6-sided die, and the die value determines what kind of ship. So you can change that down to a 1, right? Which then would make it like a scout, right?
Okay.
So you got like these awesome evolving ships that change, and it's sort of like a territory control as you're like controlling planets.
So that's in the lore of the universe. Is the ships like changing?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
crazy.
crazy.
It just sounds rad.
Yeah,
like I want to see it.
That's really cool.
I want to see it and not die.
But
Quantum,
that's where we differ.
Yeah. But Quantum is it's a really kind of underrated game that oh man,
I've heard good things.
The universe and the way that dice mechanic and the way, because normally it's like, oh, I got this awesome space game and it's got cool ships, but it's like, no, the cool ships really have to be in your mind because they're represented by the die, and then you've got like cards that'll tell you, so you can see
what abilities they have,
what your ships look like
in that
mode. Form, right? Yeah, but the fact that
they don't come with transforming minis.
Yeah, I know, it'd be awesome.
Oh man,
it'd be so good.
Just break it and glue it on top.
Yeah, here we go.
Yeah.
Will you play your game? Will we do your copy when we do that?
I can already see, by the way, go ahead, hit your backspace button. Katie already said, wow, Tim, you had me at Viticulture, but then you mentioned space.
Good thing I didn't say Viticulture. I said Taverns.
Viticulture in space.
Oh, you said Viticulture,
he
but
said
it wasn't
Viticulture.
Your 5. Okay.
I just,
you were agreeing.
You implied,
okay.
right.
Oh,
I got
right.
excited about
Anyway,
Viticulture.
Taverns and then went to space,
Sure.
I did.
Okay, so my number 3, this is one where
You're
I
gonna hate my number 3 so much.
I almost went to an IP, but I decided to go to a more generic version instead.
Okay.
Zia Legends.
Yeah, right on.
Because it's so open, right? It's sandboxy in space, so you could be a space pirate.
Yeah.
You can be a
bounty hunter,
delivery, a bounty hunter,
a merchant.
all
So
types
I'm
of
wondering,
options.
You almost said what? Firefly?
Yes.
Yeah.
I was going to say Firefly, but I was like, no, I did Star Wars already. I'm not just going to pick all these
Sure.
IPs I want to go see.
Yeah.
But yeah, just that.
And I think Zaya's probably a better game anyway.
Oh,
I
it's a
tell you
better
what, I would
game.
definly do much fewer blind jumps. If
Yeah.
I was
If you were
actually in there.
actually in that
Yeah, if I was actually in that ship.
not gonna just maybe fly into a sun or an
Yeah.
asteroid belt.
Yeah.
Maybe
so,
not.
Yeah, just living your life as a nice
Yeah.
smuggler in
Zaya's
space.
rad
right?
too, man.
Changing out your
Such a good
ships,
game.
getting the different
Yeah,
maps,
dude.
loading
Yeah.
things
That's the
up.
life. Possibly dying.
Possibly
That's the
dying,
life.
respawning, good times.
Dan's like, can you put me in an airlock and just shoot me out?
Yeah.
I think you've got a weird fetish. Not really we should address on the show, but we'll talk later.
Cool.
Yeah.
We got to work some issues out.
Well, yeah. That'd be
talk
that's
you
my number 3.
All right, Spencer. Number 3.
Number 3. I love this part of the world and this part of history, so Concordia.
Oh, right on. I thought about this, and then I was like, I don't want to die of a disease that I have not been exposed to.
I don't know anything about this game, Spencer. So
Concordia is a
educate
game
me.
where you are basically a merchant in ancient Rome and basically that entire breadbasket of the world.
The Mediterranean.
The Mediterranean. And so you get to travel around the entire Mediterranean
As
during
it-
the Roman
as it-
era.
As it grows and
As it grows
develops.
and helping it grow. And I'm like, I love that.
That
Yeah.
sounds good.
It'd be pretty righteous to spend
No,
a day on some of them
Better
boats.
than Viticulture.
Yeah. Now, it was either that or Lords of Hellas. Because,
That's
I
quite
mean, being able to see steampunk gods come to life would
Yeah.
be freaking awesome.
And then
That sounds more
then
dangerous.
your
But
brain
they're both the
explodes.
same kind of place in the world, so I'm going to go with
Sure.
Concordia.
Right,
'Cause I
Greece.
get to see more than just Greece. I get to see everything.
Right. The whole Mediterranean.
okay.
Yeah, I wanted to visit that.
Okay.
Okay.
Boring. Yeah, I know.
Number 3.
No, you're fine. My number 3, I would really like to see Cyberpunk Greece. Lords of Hellas,
We'll go together.
Nice.
I hope you get stepped on by a
Oh,
Cyclops.
guess what? I'll step on him.
And then you're
I
like,
do the
sorry,
stepping."
sorry, sir.
Ooh, oh yeah, Lords of Hellas, man. I'll lead my hoplites into battle, and we will kill the great Cerberus, and then Zeus will bless us with his divine power.
I do not know who you're
Okay.
impersonating.
I don't know.
Keep it
Maybe
up.
some lightning effects.
But that was it. Lords of Hellas, guys. Who would not visit this world? A wussy pants McBabyface is who.
Jeff's out.
If I could watch from a satellite above,
You get to be like a god, basically, man. Like
Hercules.
I'll be Perseus teleporting around.
getting killed.
Yeah.
Getting
That's
killed.
how you go. That's how you go.
Oh boy, we
All right,
couldn't
Tim.
go.
From-
we
yeah,
couldn't
from A to
swing.
Z so quickly.
We couldn't swing harder. We
Oh,
can't
great.
make a harder left. than this.
Candyland.
You're gonna hate this.
Oh, you're gonna
so
say
much.
cow landmines? No.
I wish. No, I'm gonna say Raccoon Tycoon. I want to
my.
go into.
Okay.
I want to see anthropomorphic like critters. I love Emmett Otter's Jug Band
Then go to
Christmas.
Showbiz Pizza.
Listen, I would, but they won't let me anymore.
Oh yeah, you can't go there if you don't have kids, Tim. That's just creepy.
I do have kids, and they still won't let me go.
Stop
no,
peeing in the ball pit.
right. Listen, I had to go. There was a line.
All right.
I got really excited.
Mm-hmm.
Because the Showtime band was coming out. I forget the name of it now. The Rocket Fire Explosion was going to start going.
Okay.
Anyways, no, but I mean, this just looks like an awesome little kind of kingdom realm to visit. Ride one of them trains with a little raccoon conductor. Choo choo. Hang out with the fat cat in the back.
Was that a really on, or were you just giving a
It'd
comment?
be nice to see. It would be cool to hear my dog talk like a person. All the things he'd say.
Oh, boy.
Well, Bob.
Yeah. Also,
I'm Winston.
can't get into it on the show.
Yeah.
That dog knows
PG.
some things.
PG.
All
We're
right.
gonna cut there.
So Raccoon Tycoon is mine.
Number 3.
Number 3.
All right. So mine number 2.
I told you you'd hate it.
I think that I'd probably get a lot of love for this game. I think that multiple people would really enjoy going here because it's probably the closest I would get to playing in a D&D world. But I'm going to go with
die.
Defenders of the Realm.
Yeah, I thought about
Yes.
this one.
Yeah.
But I didn't want to die.
Yeah. Tim, whilst playing Defenders of the Realm, how many times have you died?
Well, we're pretty good at it.
Exactly. So
Okay.
we would not die, and we would vanquish our foes.
And then when Dan died, the game would just be over. We could come home anyways.
Sure.
Okay. Cool.
Well, yeah. So you have player abilities, and you're building your
Oh, this is
party.
so good.
You're
I
fighting
love
off
this game
minions
so
and
much.
generals and killing dragons and demons, and it's
Yeah.
a good time.
No, it's fantastic.
Yeah. One
I
of my
love
favorite co-ops. It's not like a really hard co-op, I wouldn't say.
It can
but
get
it's
tricky.
It can be tricky, but I think it's fun to work together and try to build that cohesive strategy to where you're not letting things overrun too much.
Yeah. No, it's great. I love it.
Yeah.
That's an awesome game. Spencer, let's go to Candyland together, buddy.
Oh, this is better than Candyland.
Uh-oh.
Number 2.
Blasphemy.
Goldbroy.
What?
I know.
Oh no, this is like not nice. Isn't it?
Celtic knot.
Gold bully?
Broy.
Broy?
B-R-A-U.
Yeah.
It's German.
Okay.
I would like to go
That's
to a German
pronounced
beer
Broy and not
festival.
bra.
Come on, blah.
That's what, okay. I'm just going. My wife told me that's
Sure.
how it's pronounced.
Sure.
Okay.
Well, she's smarter than
So
us.
what-
That makes sense.
What is this thing?
You are going to a German beer festival. You're making your own beer and trading it, improving your beer, making new styles, trying to get other people to buy your beer. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
That sounds good.
I almost
man.
put
Right
the Belgian
now
beer
for
race on
me-
there, but I haven't actually played it yet.
Right.
Sure.
yeah. Right now for me, I could really use a nice beer festival.
Yeah.
For sure. For sure. The problem is,
Hopefully this
the
October.
polka music you're gonna have to listen to while you're there. And the later music you're gonna
Hey,
get.
I love being in some accordion.
Listen, as long as it's
some
Weird Al
tuba.
playing it.
Yeah.
Yep.
And some great tuba.
But if you haven't played Goldbroy,
No one has.
No one.
it's a worker placement kind of where there's a big beer hall and everyone has their own little tap area and you're making an eating area in front of your tap area so that people can what are you writing down over there? So
No. It made me think. I thought of a game like a better
almost
one.
had that one, too.
A better one.
So you're trying to
It's good.
attract more people into your beer area, you're also buying and trading beer with other people. So
other players?
Other players. So it might give me more money if I take this person's really excellent beer, even though he's going to get some money from it as well, because they'll attract more customers.
Okay.
So it's got this cool mechanic where I can kind of catch up because I did this thing better than my opponent did.
Right.
I like the game. I really want to play it again.
Sure.
Okay.
That sounds good. That sounds real cool. If you say Zombicide, I'm going to punch you in your face. He's
not.
No, my number 2, this is obvious, guys. What do you want to be more than a superhero?
Klondike Bar?
I'm a superhero,
That's
man.
true. I was really
I
close
picked
to choosing.
Sentinels of the Multiverse.
Sure.
Yeah,
My
that
number
was
2. I want to
good
be
one,
a
yeah.
hero fighting the evil Dr.
Blade?
Baron or whatever.
Baron Blade.
Baron
That's what
Blade.
it is. The evil Baron Blade. I will smite thee.
Oh, you lose so easily in that game.
Unfortunately.
You're so
but-
You're going to
fiddly.
die. You're going to die.
Yeah, I am a bit fiddly.
No.
But yeah, there's not really much to say. I just needed to pick a superhero game because obviously I want to be a superhero in a superhero world for some time. And I thought about I just choose Marvel Champions or anything like that, right? But I was like, you know what? I want to be original and do Sentinels Multiverse, and I'll be my own hero.
Be original, like
You know?
Legacy.
So is the one I wrote down on
Tachyon.
your list?
No.
Okay.
Nope.
Then I'm going to use that one because I had a couple alternatives.
Okay.
So, but if I don't want to step on your toes.
No, you're fine. You already did.
Okay. Oh, I did?
Yeah.
Oh, my bad. That one?
Maybe.
Okay.
Why
Anyways,
didn't you want to say your original number 2 you had on there, Tim?
no, I had that. I changed that this morning before I even got here. Before I even got here.
Show proof.
Sure.
Listen, on tour.
Oh, yeah.
I want to be in a rock band
rock
going
band.
around the country.
That's
Yeah.
a good one, too.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I almost
you-
put that on my
You
list.
get to see the whole country as you're
Yeah.
touring around. You
Well,
get to
most
go
of
to
it.
all the
Yeah,
different
not the whole
states.
country.
Yeah.
Well, you're going to choose the best route. Right?
First, well, you're in like Ohio, and you're like, okay, hold on though. That state is
They'll
a
pay me
17.
more. Yeah, we don't want to go there yet. We want to go over here because it's 15. Then we'll go get the 17.
Yeah. Yeah, but no, it's a fun roll and write
Yep.
game. I don't love a ton of those. That's one of the few that I really do enjoy a lot.
hate road trips.
Oh, I love road trips.
Never in my life
What?
would I want. I hate road
I
trips.
How many road trips
love
have you
road
been on?
trips.
I do
A
so many road
lot.
trips. Really?
Yeah.
Man, I've always loved road
I
trips.
hate
I
road.
mean,
I just
we've gone to cons. We've done stuff.
I
we had
just
the
sleep
best
the
time.
whole time. I'm like, wake me when we get there.
When
I
I
hate
was
being
a
in
kid,
cars.
when I was a kid, I moved from California to Virginia, and every year we would drive cross country
There you
to
go.
go visit family.
Nice.
So I
And-
know my fair share
And
of road
Bob and I,
trips.
you want to get in a car with Bob and I for 2 hours.
I'll
It
sleep.
is.
Yeah.
It is hot. You will not be able to sleep.
I
It is
will-
high octane.
I will try my best.
Like back and forth. I love it.
Yeah.
You know,
80%
like,
of the times it's about politics, but sometimes it's not.
but we'll talk about other stuff
Right,
too.
about
I'm
other
just,
stuff, too.
I'm just saying I hate being in cars, I think, right? Because I would rather
Yeah.
just sit at a table and have you guys do that.
Right, but
Okay.
but when we
Train.
go to like my sister's for
never done
JuliaCon,
one.
right?
Yeah.
Like one of my favorite things is the car ride there and back.
Yeah.
You know,
Talking about
'cause
everything.
right.
talking about everything, just getting caught
Yeah.
up.
Dan
It's-
would enjoy the ride back more because that's usually more about the games we play.
yeah, we're breaking down.
maybe we should do Ticket to Ride. I mean, then you
Yeah,
just have to be in a
yeah.
car.
There you go.
Yeah, you could be in a train.
Exactly. Never done it.
But yeah, on tour. But
Cool.
also,
Good.
I get to be in a rock band, so it's more
Sure,
fun than
sure.
taking
The
the ride.
rock
Sure.
band
So
part's
you-
more fun
you
than the
get to be
driving
in-
around.
You get to be in the rock band.
Because you can technically on tour your way on a plane.
Right. Yeah.
It's
That's
just
not the game.
I think
I
of
know.
it. I think of
more
it
of
sort
a
of like
bus
the
route,
rock
but-
band game where you start in a van and
Yeah.
then you get to the you work your way up
work
to
your
the
way
plane.
up. Yeah, first it's your buddy's van.
Right.
Then you get a bus.
Right,
Yeah, then
right.
you got to get on the private plane. All right.
Number one?
My number one. There's not much in the world that's nicer, cozier, and more comfy than sitting in a nice, big, comfortable wooden booth with a nice fire in the hearth and a nice cider or ale or tankard, some entertainment going
Some
on,
schnapps.
some schnapps, Taverns of
Barmaid,
Tiefenthal.
there's a dog hanging
Yeah,
out there.
I'm gonna go Taverns of Tiefenthal. Like that's just,
Man,
I don't know, man.
that
That's
makes me
just
wanna
great.
play that.
I love that ambiance. You know, that whole. That's why my table is the table that I bought because
Oh,
it
sure.
looks like something you would see inside like a tavern. It's
Yeah.
just, big thick wood, big chairs and benches.
Big chunky.
Yeah.
It's good.
I love it. It's just like I love that aesthetic.
Taverns is so good, Bob.
Yeah. Plus, it's a great game.
Also, it's a top 10 game for
Yeah.
sure.
Oh yeah.
Spencer.
Okay.
All right, let's talk more about drinking to make Dan.
Oh, no.
care even
Yeah.
less.
Dan's
No,
like,
if,
with a bunch
if
of
you know me at
alcoholics.
all, you will not be surprised by number one pick.
I want to be in race for the Gallagher.
And there's a good chance that I'm going to die. But you know what?
Nope.
You're gonna
That's
guess.
how I'm going to go.
I was going to guess, but I didn't want to say it.
Dinosaur Island.
Oh!
thought about it.
I thought you were going to say Sagrada.
This was the first game I thought of, and I just decided
The
I
art
could
is
die
crappy.
in cooler ways.
Yeah,
No.
Dan, this wasn't
If
like
it is
what
my
board game do we
destiny-
want to die in, Dan?
Yeah.
If it is my destiny
next
to
week.
become
Yeah.
dinosaur poop, then so be it.
Right.
But I would love
That's a lot of
to
poop.
go
It'd be-
to Dinosaur Island.
Yeah, that makes
pretty
sense for you,
gosh.
Spencer.
Yeah, it does.
That you are on
Because
theme.
maybe Apex not so much because
You are,
pretty predatorial there.
you are on theme.
Yeah.
I love it. That's
Yeah,
awesome.
That's a super easy, incredible pick.
Yeah.
Let's just join Jurassic Park World for a while.
Yes.
What could go wrong?
And I didn't do an IP. It was just straight up Dinosaur Island, which is
Yeah.
not IP.
Yep.
My number one was the first thing I wrote down. Easiest pick in the world for me, guys. How is Dan not gonna want to join Time Stories?
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
obvious. I get
That's
to
a
work
good
for a
one.
corporation where I quantum leap. So not only am I time travel quantum leaping, but then it's like a murder mystery whodunit a lot of the times, right? So
Right.
I'm jumping back, quantum leaping into people's bodies, and then solving crimes.
And then if you die, you still get to go back to the future.
exactly in
Yes.
that game,
You solved my
you're
problem.
going to die. See?
Yeah.
it's okay.
It's already preordained, so it's
You
okay.
solved my problem.
So yeah, it was the most obvious
That's
choice
a
in the
good one.
world. Of course, I'm going to want to join.
That's
going
a
to
good
Time
one.
Stories.
Yeah.
Time travel, quantum leaping, murder, like
Oh, boy.
detective
I
crimes.
didn't even think about time stories. I almost put an acronym for the time travel part, but I was like, man, but that world is really screwed up.
Like the worst
Yeah.
part about doing the Time Stories world is you got to put up with that jerk.
The jerk
guy
who
sends
berates
on
you every
missions.
time.
Yeah,
Yeah,
his name's
yeah.
like Ben or something.
Yeah,
Bob.
whatever that guy's name is.
It might be Bob. No,
meh.
he has a super simple name like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah,
He's-
he's just like you
he's
come
mean.
back and you're like, "Whew, we tried our best." He's like, "You suck."
Get back and do it again.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Yeah, do better.
Yeah,
That's a good one.
there wasn't even a choice for me.
Did you
there.
see my number one, Bob?
I did see it, but go ahead.
I think Bob would like. I think Bob would like my number one. I think that. I think Spencer would like my number one. Dan, I don't know.
Yeah.
Eh,
Dan doesn't like anything.
It doesn't
cares?
involve him dying, then probably not.
I love.
I want to play fucking
I love
Sofa
space.
Simulator.
Socialist simulator.
So
I love like Star Trek, and exploration and everything. But I wanted the safer version. So I took Starfarers of Catan
Yeah.
Oh.
because you're going out
Oh, I will
Space.
pirate your butt so hard.
and you were going out and you're exploring.
Butt pirate him? Is that what you just said?
I don't know what happened there.
I'm not sure we can say that on
I'm confused.
TV.
But you're going out, you're exploring, you're meeting new races, you're encountering all kinds of stuff. I'm just gonna plow through this.
Keep going. Keep pushing, Tim. Keep pushing.
Because he is gone.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just love the theme of this game. The game plays so well. It's a great game. You can customize your ship,
Yeah.
and Dan's a butt pirate.
We got that on
No, I
camera,
love that.
right?
Like, you have your mothership, and then
say
your
the
upgrades on your
A-word.
mothership apply to
That
all your
doesn't
other
make it
shit.
better.
It's great.
Right. Honorable mentions.
Oh my god.
Cult of Blood on the Clock Tower.
Blood on the Clock Tower. You will die.
Yep.
I would
be
actually
the
Empire's Age of Discovery.
Yeah.
I thought about like how cool would it
would be discovering the new world.
but then I didn't want to die from like smallpox.
Sure. Nobody does.
I'm saying I'll make sure you die in Starfarers.
You should have just said that
Yeah.
instead of I will pirate your butt.
Our video has not been flagged for inappropriate content.
Oh my god.
Oh man, you guys got any honorable mentions?
Nope, I'm good now.
I could literally list my game collection.
Although-
I'd love to
yeah.
be
Oh
my
Bang,
God.
you know?
Yeah, Galaxy Hunters. How
Galaxy
cool would it
Hunters
be to
would
like
be
climb into a mech and
awesome.
fly around and blow?
I thought
stuff
about
up.
GKR Heavy
I know
Hitters
GKR
Yeah.
would be
Oh,
awesome.
that's-
Yeah, that's a
would be
great
awesome.
one too.
because you don't really die. You
Yeah, you
eject
blow
out.
up, yeah.
You're good.
Oh.
Yeah, on that vein, I know it's not out yet, but Reload, right? That super fast-paced shooter. You die, you respawn. You die, you respawn. And
Right.
just, doing that PUBG Battle Royale kind of thing. That'd be super fun.
I also kind of liked Vindication because I get to redeem myself and get all these cool stuff
Oh, boy.
Right on.
and explore the world.
I thought about fast sloths just so I could like hang out with the sloths and maybe they'd carry me around too.
Sure.
I'd be lazy. You do that after Taverns, so you're
I'm
not
gonna
driving.
I'm gonna honorable mention every game I own.
Exactly.
Every game.
My
There
list
is no
could
way.
literally
There
be
is
that.
no way I'm going into Mask of the Red Death. There's no way.
No.
I would because
no.
I'd survive.
You did survive, you jerk.
Oh my
yeah,
God.
there's no way. I thought about like Barrage might be cool.
Yeah.
Just to see like
That time
that-
frame.
yeah, and the
time
way
period.
that kind of alternate universe kind of thing. But yeah. Yeah. I mean,
looking around.
definitely
I
not
do that
going
one in a
to
heartbeat.
LV247.
I thought I almost said this just because I would join the world, become a millionaire, and then come back to my world.
The thing
The
is,
money
we're
doesn't come back with
already
you.
living in this one.
Yeah.
So no point in going there.
No point in it.
But
But yeah, so what are some of your what board game universes would you like to visit
I don't want to do guillotine.
Are you right?
You know what? You found one I wouldn't do.
Yes.
It's literally just line simulator till you die.
Yep.
Lines. Yeah.
But so let us know. Comment. Find out if Dan would pirate your butt. So you are not going to live that down,
my
sir.
God.
No.
Oh boy.
Thank you
Just
for
wait,
saying that.
just wait till we play Starfarers again. You'll see what I'm talking about.
I've been Bob.
It's going to be a while. It's going to be a while. But yeah, thank you for watching. Always, please follow us on Facebook. Follow the videos. Click the bell.
Check out our friends at the board game.
We are
Mechanics.
starting to do Blood on the Clocktower now, so if you follow us on Facebook, there is a link to the Discord, and I will be posting whenever we are doing it, and you are more than welcome to join us. Please, if you are interested in that, obviously follow us on Facebook and everything, like I said, but also have a good mic and be ready to play with beginners. If I find you a jerk, I will just ban you from the server. You know, I don't care. So
he's got all types of authority, and he is not afraid to use it.
Yeah, it's the one time. It's the one time he gets it. So you gotta let him have it. You know, let him do this one thing.
Fine, Dan.
Like Bob said though, check out our friends at the Board Game Mechanics. They're pretty okay.
Yeah.
And
and
they've got.
They will be assaulting us in the comments.
Oh yeah, well deservedly. Well deservedly. But yeah, they've got a podcast and a ton of YouTube videos and do a lot of fun stuff over there. And for the Board Game Rundown, I've been Tim.
I've been Bob.
I've been Dan.
And I've been Spencer.
We'll probably see you next time.
Hopefully.
Maybe not all of us.
Oh,
my God.
I will pirate your butt so hard.
And you were
Thanks for checking out the Board Game Rundown. If you like what you saw, like, comment, and subscribe to our channel. Share our videos on social media and spread the word. We publish new content weekly, including reviews, unboxing, and Let's Plays. And as always, thanks for watching.